One Piece, episode, not episode, chapter 1153, The Birth of Loki. And we start with continuation of the Surrogate Pilgrimage, Volume 37, Daimyo of Ringo, Kiku, and Boss Ocho. Which is wonderful. He's finally gotten to Ringo. Which means most of actually, is that the last one or is that almost the last one? I don't remember. It might be the last area Yamato needs to go to. I'll have to wait and see. Which means it's probably very close to ending. Let's go to the actual chapter now. Alright. Prince Harold of Elbaf lived out his rather unhinged childhood years alongside Dorian Broggy. Okay, so around the same age, then that makes sense. Thanks to his innate size and strength, gifts from his ancient giant blood, as well as his noble status, he developed an inflated sense of self, and no one could stop him from growing into a royal pain. Ha ha ha. Good pun. Stephen. Everyone outside about is so tiny, pitiful, and boring. Don't you agree? Of course. You're exactly right. Interesting. In the Bunt Kingdom, come on. The 10-meter woman, feel the earth tremble as she walks. Okay, so a carnival has a giant lady. Step away from the cage if you don't want to be hurt. Wow, turning a giant into some sideshow. They've got some nerve. They said what, 10 meter, right? Yeah, 10 meter. Let's see, that's 32 feet and almost 10 inches. So, yeah, it's a tall lady. And we see him get angry. Bada ha ha ha, gya ha ha ha. So they rescued her from the carnival. King of Elbaf, I won't stand to see my homeland disrespected like that. And then she smacks him. What? Turn the ship around. I need to apologize. So many people were hurt back there. Okay, so I'm assuming this is one of the mothers. I would assume Loki's mother based on the title, but actually, yeah, Loki is the older one, so probably is Loki's mother. Care about the mini kingdom of tiny humans. Do I have to hit you again? Nice. Very Nami-like. Good shit. Saved my life when I washed up on their shore and gave me a job. They were kind enough to help me make a living until I was fully healed. I actually think that makes you better than humans. How can you be so arrogant? It's pathetic. This is why everyone thinks that all the giants are barbaric and brutish as Elbaf. Okay. Good, good. Just because I was born huge. I will say, her face is a little interesting in some of these shots. Less flattering angles. Probably the kindest way to put it. But she's cute. Go and help her this time, Stone. The model. It's easy work. Their method of construction is completely different from ours. We should tell everyone about it when we return to Elbaf. Okay, so they're just commenting on how things work. So fine, these humans are more skilled than we realized. Okay, so commenting on smaller hands doing more delicate work. That makes sense. Nothing in this world is meant to be destroyed. There's going to be some video essays made about that line. Probably. Can't wait. For Mel's thoughts on that. Go away. I was born on Samwanai Island in South Blue. After some twists and turns, my life's paths brought me here. So you crossed the Serpent of Blood. You mean the Red Line? Yes, which is why I can't go back home. Okay, so direct confirmation that the Serpent of Blood that Dorian Broggy mentioned all the way back in Elbaf is in fact the Red Line. That's good. That's good. Come to Elbaf, for not as barbaric as you say. Or maybe I was mistaken about you too. Elbaf 105 years ago, so decent little bit later. I wish to atone for all of my countless crimes. Or maybe I may be out of the country more often than I'd wished. It was only to join hands with neighbors and ask them to teach us their culture. If we learn from the rest of the world, we can make our land and lives richer. Bringing up Dorian Broggy, yeah, that makes sense. A cordial with humankind who follow a code of honor. It doesn't hurt, but they can fight, of course. Okay. So, let Dorian Broggy do what they want as long as they're not being egregious. That makes sense. Elbaf is blessed with good luck. Oof. For example, by sending diplomats back and forth, it can help deepen the ties and friendship between nations. Let's see. So we're each... So we're each taking hostages then. Ugh. It means that countries can't get to be friends unless the people in them are connected. That makes sense. Elbaf, 81 years ago. Eastern Elbaf, baby. Okay, the baby's born. I'm assuming Loki, because of the name of the chapter. Thank you all. Now, Ida and I can... The royal line must remain pure of blood. I'm sorry. Ida, it galls me that it must come to this. This is how the culture works. You can't get emotional and fight against it. You're always welcome in our village, Ida. Oh wait, that's right. Hyrden is the older one. Okay, I'm an idiot. That's right. Loki is the bigger brother, but Hyrden is older. Okay, I'm an idiot. I got the boys mixed up. That's cool. Oh, that's nice. So he legitimately loved her. And, Loki's mother is Estrid. Estrid's blood is pure and ancient. She is the one worthy of being our queen. I don't know why I use that voice, but sure. She was born in the north. It is my fate to love you for the rest of my life with hearts. Forget all about that woman and child to the east. Good heavens, the spirit is escaping to the east. Your good luck is getting away. We must close those windows at once. And that mirror in the 5-star kill position. Destroy it at once. So she's already taking over and making demands of what's supposed to happen. Okay. This is Asla, the horse of good fortune. It's a gift from my clan. The perfect mount for you. I know that the horse will bring great luck. Okay, and another reference to Norse mythology. That's cool. Bring all the jewels and gold to the treasury. Also inform the scullery maids. From this day forward, the king and I will be using the fine silver to eat all of our meals. I think that random guard has a point with his thought. If this is just about luxury, it's definitely possible. About 70 years ago, okay, Abaf skill and navigation was the envy of our nations. There's a star to the north that never moves called the Pole Star. You said you met a mermaid king. Yes, I have at last, Fishman too. Okay, so he met newborn Neptune. That's cool. And the entire sea floor celebrated Neptune's birth. That's fun. That's cute. And we have Loki being born. Aw, that's cute. But okay, I can see why his eyes are covered. I'm assuming it's because his mother forced it to be. The Prince of Elbaf grasped for anti-hairs, but no hands reached out to envelop his own. And she throws him out. Okay, so that's what Rogers Base's thumbnail was referencing. So that's fun. That makes sense. The most unfortunate of all living creatures is the one whose very existence is denied by its mother in the moment of its birth. Do you hear me? I bore no child. Do not tell a soul about this. Going back home, I never want to bear another child. Turn on the underworld. What about the underworld? And the child is struggling to survive. Queen Estrid fell ill. Good of the child. There was a prophecy before it was even born. The prophecy said that the King Harold would one day be killed by his own son. And while Harold was busy banging his head against the problem of national relationships, the world government has stepped in to block our path again. Okay. All of the misfortunes that would fall upon Elbaf would be known as Loki's curse. Okay, so it's literally just him being blamed because he looks different. Gee, I wonder if there's any parallels to real world with that. 713. Okay, so no chapter this week. Okay. I'll probably just go ahead and publish the video that I made a while back and just have it be thing. Yeah. This next Monday, just so I have a video scheduled for then. Jeez. That panel of Loki crawling as a baby, covered in blood, is insane. And now we do know what his eyes look like. And we know it's not related to a devil fruit that he has. So that's fun. And it's not because he has those big old pretty boy anime eyes either, which is also interesting. Yeah, I don't have much more to say other than fuck her. Fuck Astrid. It probably would have been better if she died sooner, so that she couldn't blame her child for it. What was the quote towards the beginning? Nothing in this world is meant to be destroyed, just to later have in the chapter a mother trying to destroy her child. That is a statement. Yeah. Oh, fuck, dude. That is definitely a thing that happened. I don't know what else to say. Ask me questions in the comments to get my thoughts on things. My brain is not keeping up like I would otherwise want it to. Yeah. With that being said, be yourself.